Dr. Umar Johnson crashes out after his wife exposes him. I'm not up to speed with what Dr. Umar's had going on, you know what I'm saying? I really tuned out of that whole side of the internet when I started easing off of Charleston White and Kevin Samuels. So, I haven't really been paying attention for at least a year, about a year. So, we're going to go ahead and get into this. This is, let me make sure I give bro his credit. Poetic Flacco. I already know we fuck with Flacco. If you're here, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let's get to 600 subs, gang. Y'all the best subscribers in the world, man. Y'all can go ahead and do that shit. That shit light. Let's get into it.
Umar Johnson crashes out and exposes one of his spiritual wives and announced that
He
he's
probably
considering
mad
suing
about
her
snow bunnies right now.
after she committed the ultimate betrayal online. He's been dating this lady that he refers to as the throat goat for about 2.5 years. At some point within the 2.5 years, he asked her to come to Philadelphia to take care of his mother when he's not home, and he would compensate her. She agreed. Now, at some point during this arrangement, things went horribly wrong. And now she's doing interviews on various Dr. Umar Johnson hate channels, exposing his mother's business as well as his.
Flacco, your hairline crooked as fuck, nigga. God damn. Your shit. See me, I put my do-rag on, gang. See, I got hair, but my hairline, my hair shape is not too long. So it be looking chopped sometimes, gang. So you gotta realize and adjust, my brother. Adjust. Adapt to the times.
And Dr. Umar Johnson is really upset about it.
So he's very, very bad with money. He doesn't know what to buy. He just buys everything. Like he doesn't have one or two cayenne peppers. He has like 30 of them. And then he doesn't have things that you're supposed to have.
The fuck you
he
mean?
Has a huge thing which he called me about this. It's probably about the size that you would put winter coats in, those big plastic container things full of just tea. And he called me. He was like,
she said full of tea?
Full of just tea. And he called me. He was
okay.
Like, where is the tea at? What did you do with my tea? And I'm like, the tea's in there. How can it be missing?
Good evening. Dr. Umar would talk to his little yeah like this. Good evening, woman. What happened to my large, tall plastic container that held all my various boxes of tea? I don't see it anywhere. It's too large to be hid away. Did you discard it without my knowledge or permission? Bitch. That's really what he meant. No, sir. Oh, no. Are you obedient to this nigga? She said, no, sir.
Huge, just bigger than the dining room table. What are you talking about?
She just starts off by ranting about how Umar Johnson is really difficult.
This nigga look like he should be a WWE character. Seriously, though.
To deal with, which if you watched any one of Umar Johnson interviews, I don't feel like anyone would be shocked to find out that Umar Johnson isn't the easiest person to get along with. Now,
yeah, I don't get that vibe from him.
She has to dealing with Umar Johnson, but does this justify dealing with this man for 2.5 years, meeting his mother, dealing with his mother, and then turning around and going on a channel that has been making hate videos about this man for 3 years? Does this justify? I don't know. I've yet to hear something that would justify it, but we still have a lot more to review. So maybe after reviewing the rest of what she has to say, I'll change my mind.
So the last time I went out, he came in, I don't know, and he comes in sweating, snorting, going ballistic. Why isn't the dishes done? Why do you? And so the last night that I was there, I didn't drop her, but she slid from the bed to the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, where are you? I couldn't get in touch with her. And that's another thing. You can never get in touch with him. You can't have a productive conversation.
She's talking about a child slipping and falling.
Let me tell you, I work. This is not even my skill set, but I did the best that I could. But I'm trying to ask him questions like, where are certain things? And he doesn't answer the phone. It's like he's out. And then you'll see him on live or you'll see him taking pictures or something. You're just completely out there with no help. And then he'll call you maybe the next day. So he left me there. I couldn't leave. I was in the house for 5 days in the filth. And I'm like, I can't do this. So as soon as he came in, that's the day that when she slid down, she was getting dizzy and she was like, I want to sit down. I said, well, you can't sit here. So she just went down to the ground and she's like my size, so I couldn't get her back up. So I had to call the ambulance, but I played it very good because he doesn't want
Oh, he's talking about his mom.
Turn off the lights. You have to open the door and you have to look out, and you can't leave the door open that long because he does not. He's very
Okay. See, no. So what we not gonna do? If he told you, if he's expecting you to take care of his mother, his birth mother, that is old and up in older age, and she somehow falls down and hurts herself on your watch, and he asked you to do that and then compensated you for it, yeah, I wouldn't be the happiest neither. I don't like how she's trying to make it seem like that's just not a big deal.
annoyed about what goes on. You cannot let anybody in, and you cannot leave out of the house. So when the paramedics came, I just acted like, oh my God, my mom slid down. They didn't even take my name or her name. They just helped me get her up and get her back on the bed.
Regardless of how you feel about her current actions going against Umar Johnson, it looks like she went above and beyond for Umar Johnson's mother. And I feel like where the disconnect comes in, she's operating under the assumption of, I'm dating Umar Johnson, that's my mother-in-law, I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. Umar Johnson is operating under the belief of, I'm paying her to do a service. So I don't owe any gratitude because I'm paying you to conduct a service. So Umar Johnson is treating this like,
I mean, that's where it gets a little weird because she's saying she's doing it out the love. But if you're doing it out the love, why are you taking the money? And then why are you bringing it up after y'all's situation went bad? See, this is why I be saying women love. That's why you gotta watch what women say about their ex. You ever get with a girl and you ask her about her last relationship, but she just tell you how her last nigga just wasn't shit. He was just so lazy. They had to give him money to help him with this, do this and that. And I listen to shit like that, and I'm like, damn. So he was broke, he was a bum, and he was so broke he was just asking you for money, huh? So to me, that sounds like when you was in a relationship, you was willing to give him the money, but you really looked down on him for you needing to give him money. So you really didn't do it out the kindness of your heart. You just did it because you know that's the better look, but that's not really what you want to do. I feel like that's more at this situation right here. Because if you was doing it out the kindness of your heart, one, you wouldn't have took the money. Two, you wouldn't be bringing it up now, using it as a weapon to bring some type of shame to him. Nah, that ain't cool, bro.
In the capacity of you as my mother caregiver, when I'm not there, this is a service being done and you're being paid to do it. Why would I need to be grateful? Which I don't feel like that's a great way to approach any situation. If somebody drops off my DoorDash, I'm extending gratitude and saying thank you.
Well, yeah, don't be rude.
Don't operate that way.
But
so where
I don't know.
Things went bad for them is one night when Umar Johnson came home, she was super tired for dealing with Umar Johnson's mom for 5 days.
Bro, this nigga Flacco hairline is pissing me off, bro. I can't. Oh my fucking God, I cannot lie. This shit is just. It's. I'm fuming, nigga. And don't look at me like that, Flacco. Do not. Matter of fact, that's no better. Holy fuck, I'm finna play the video.
3 a.m. in the morning, without really expressing any type of gratitude whatsoever, and just send her on her way. And she felt super disrespected.
When he came in at 2 a.m., he came in the house, walking fast, busting through. I'm sitting there. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, try to think about this. I have been up with her every 6 hours. I have to, or not every 6 hours. I have to battle her 6 times a day. I'm tired. He's like, I'm about to put you on a plane. I said, do you know what time it is? And then he's like, well, I went up and I went outside because I hadn't been out, outside. So I'll go outside. I'm getting fresh air, like trying to clear my head because I know he's about to be a head case. Mm-hmm. And then I come back in the house. He's walking fast. He's like, you got your stuff together? You ready to go? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, what's going on with you? He hadn't even took off his stuff. He had already wiped her, put a pull up on her. And he was like, are you ready to go? He said, and that's what ticked me. He was like, get off the phone. Because I called my friend and I was like, he's here and it's about to be some mess. Now, mind you, no one knew that I was dealing with this man. They thought I was dealing with a guy, a quote unquote guy. So when I was coming out from outside, he was like, get off the phone. And I said, I'm going to call you back. So I got off the phone. I said, don't talk to me like that. What do you need? What is it? He's like, I'm about to put you on a plane. I said, well, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And he was like, do you have your stuff together? You ready to go? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Because at this time, it's 5. I've been in a house for 5 days. I'm willing to go anywhere. But he didn't say, hey, I'm.
So why are you complaining about him saying, are you ready to go if you're so ready to go? I don't be understanding women that do shit like this. So you're going to do it in the moment, but then afterward say that you didn't want to do it, but I'm confused.
You know, cleaning up somebody, you got urine and whatever else on you. You look crazy. You know, do you want to get yourself together first? None of that. He was just like, nope, it's time to go. You got to go next.
You just said you was just so ready to.
I was like, okay. So I left and went through the airport looking crazy, smelling crazy. I've never went outside like that. He didn't care. He was like, what are you upset about? I'm like, you don't realize what you don't. First of all, you didn't even want to talk about what happened. He didn't care that she slid down. That was
you
like,
are a grown ass woman, bro. No, he did not. He did not just force you on the plane. Like, if you grown as hell, you could have put your foot down and said, "I'm about to change, then we can go." Like, come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Is wrong. He didn't treat her the best. I feel like that's a no question, right? Umar Johnson treated her.
Yeah, bad. I'm not saying he's easy to get along with, but like going on the internet and saying all this shit after the fact, I don't agree with that.
I don't feel like this is enough to go on a platform with somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Made videos about Umar Johnson for 3 years, created hit pieces, stalked Umar Johnson. Yo, I remember there was an era, because trust me, I have my history with these people as well. Yo, there was an era where I think it's like 2021 during the pandemic where Umar Johnson was doing a book signing at an African restaurant. These people call the city, right, of Chicago, called the city of Chicago on the restaurant to get the restaurant shut down because Umar Johnson was doing a book signing there. So
that's doing too much, bro.
They have for Umar Johnson runs deep. So to go to one of their channels, like, and to give them this content and to speak to them about Umar Johnson's mother and her medical history, and it's, to me, it's just rubs me the wrong way, and it's kind of nasty. So Umar Johnson is responding back, and according to Umar Johnson, he plans on, I guess, filing a lawsuit against the YouTuber and this lady, and he would also disparage her and her bodily parts.
Lene Stacks, Siobhan Stone, Lene Stacks, throat goat, hood rat, jump off.
And he dead wrong for this shit too. Cause how is she a hood rat, this and that? But you were just with her. That's who you wanted to be with. That's who you was with, gang. What does it say? Last woman that he was dealing with accused her of stealing banking information, discussing mother's health, which she did do. She just did. Queen of Fishy Coochie. 3 throat goat sessions turned into a 2.5-year relationship with marriage love master. Y'all just being messy as shit. Mind you, this is a grown ass man, mind you. If she's the queen of fishy coochie, then you are the king of fishy cock. Cause you were with her for 2.5 years and she had fishy coochie. So what is your point?
Fishy coochie.
What is this? Wait. I didn't even see these. I can't keep submitting my cravings. Bitch sent a lollipop. That don't even look like a good flavor. Fuck is that? Like green apple and pineapple? I don't fucking know. I'ma suck on you or suck on these lemon pops. Ew, bitch, lemon? Lemon lollipops? Personally, I think you got someone. A superhead draining your testosterone. Who the fuck sends a text #tease in iMessage? Y'all old heads gotta stop. Y'all, we need to take the internet away from y'all. Cause this is ridiculous.
I believe she may have taken information regarding the bank account of FDG.
Trying to make it seem like she a spy.
I discussed this with the attorneys. The attorneys told me that it would be in my advantage if Siobhan Stone, throat goat, or Pastor Bussy tries to access my personal account or the school's account, because that is a federal crime. I saw her privately 3 times inside of the same Philadelphia hotel after hours for no more than 2 or 3 hours. This young lady told me that she would not mind coming to care for my mother. I assured her that I would pay her, and I did pay her.
Okay, so what is that? So what did that first part have to do with anything? Is that him saying? Well, no, he said it was a 2.5 year relationship. So why are you just bringing that up to talk down to her? But you were with a woman. Like I don't get the point, Mr. Umar. I can't lie.
And this is going to be important when I bring up the attorney in a minute, because I consulted with an attorney in Kansas City who told me that if I can prove that I paid her to care for my mother, then she can be charged with HIPAA violations for discussing my mother's personal, sensitive medical information without permission.
This is like the double-edged sword when dealing with Umar Johnson.
That is very petty,
Umar Johnson for his personality,
hey,
but
you can't tell him how to feel about that.
Can also be a put-off. Like, for example, can you imagine Martin Luther King Jr. coming on IG Live and calling a woman who he's been dealing with fishy coochie? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine crazy. Malcolm X doing this?
Not a little. That's crazy.
Umar Johnson aspires to be in the light of a Malcolm X or like a Martin Luther, right? Like he aspires to be one of those like people in history that we look at and say, yo, this brother right here was for black people. This brother right here was a revolutionary. No revolutionary is coming on IG Live to speak like that. But I could definitely understand him being super upset and super pissed, man, because, yo, what this lady is doing is wrong, right? Like it's wrong. Now, they're trying to frame it as if Umar Johnson was mistreating or ill-treating his mother or having her live in filth. Bro, none of y'all was in the mother's home. Y'all don't know what's going on. Like, facts. I know there was like an IG Live like 6 years ago where like Umar Johnson like accidentally like turned the camera on and he says, yo, I'm in the process of moving. They've been taking that to spread it as if like that video from 6 years ago has any type of correlation to today. All of this to me is just weird parasocial behavior, man. It's just bizarre. Making a video almost every day for 3 years straight about one man, to me, as a content creator myself, that's bizarre. That's weird. Also, taking into consideration, they haven't made any videos about anything else. You can't go to that page and find any videos on anyone else. It's weird. It's bizarre. It's nasty. But Umar Johnson isn't off the hook, because apparently Umar Johnson disparaging this woman, calling her fishy, calling her stinky, that apparently drove her off the internet because she deleted her Instagram afterwards.
3 throat goat sessions turned into a 2.5 year relationship with marriage.
You gotta chill,
masturbation. Bro. Talking about I ate out your fish tank. You have an aquarium down there. She has an aquarium down there with every creature in the ocean.
But nigga, you ate. Am I tripping? Are y'all getting this? I'm not understanding.
She got squid. She got clams between her legs. She got oysters.
She got oysters? Wait. Did this nigga say clams? Oysters and clams? Damn, brother. Damn.
Got shrimps.
You going out bad, bro.
She got salmon, whiting, sharks, tilapia, you name it. She got it. Squid, octopus, every funky creature is between them legs, brothers and sisters.
But you was with her.
She needs a yoni steam, a yoni dream, and a yoni clean.
The thing with this lady, if she really wanted to get her,
this nigga's a fool, man.
I feel like, yo, she has a pretty decent story, a pretty horrific story in terms of dealing with Umar Johnson. But it feels like this is some normal relationship stuff. She could have probably went on her own channel and did this, or she could have probably went on some type of neutral or unbiased party side and did this or spoke on this. It's the fact that she aligned herself with certain people that makes the story, like it muddy up the water a little bit, because others will look at this and claim, well, like, come on, man. Like that's the same person who was saying that Umar Johnson was living off his mother. Right? Because Umar Johnson's mom, by the way, like she's disabled, right? Like she receives like Social Security checks. This person is claiming that a man like Umar Johnson who makes like $4,000.
Isn't Donald Trump like cutting Social Security?
and
or
he
something like
stayed
that,
booked.
Medicare or
That man
something.
was living off a Social Security check. Like, it's like you don't do yourself any favor when you align yourself with people who have a clear hatred for Umar Johnson. Yo, these people try to paint Umar Johnson moving his mother in with him and taking care of his mother as a bad thing. Like, they try to paint this as if he's like the devil for this. To me, it's like, it's odd.
Umar's not the victim. He's exploiting his own mama.
So we are dead ass letting a peanut nigga talk. Come on, bro. I'm not listening to shit this nigga has to say. I can't lie to you. We ain't even gonna do that. What the fuck?
Umar, you're not the victim.
Why is this
Your
nigga in a
mama's the
chef
victim.
hat with chocolate? Why?
Your
Why does that
daughter's the
video
victim.
even exist?
All of these women that you have sexually exploited and
Man,
With
he's
mama.
talking some bullshit,
Okay.
bro.
So the man lives with his mama now so he could take care of his mama. And they believe that the man is caring for his disabled mama for an $800 a month Social Security check, where this man brings in like $3K per interview. So caring for his mother now is now seen as, yo, he's exploiting his mama for a check. You see, so if this man was not caring for his mother, he would be what? A garbage human being for abandoning her, right? And peep how they kind of like phrase things as well. They say that Umar Johnson was sexually exploiting women because
How?
he's having casual relations with women that he's meeting that are consensual. I don't know, man. I feel like this lady's story kind of lost a lot of the steam due to bringing the story to, you know, certain platforms that's, you know, like when it comes to Umar Johnson, like there's nothing that you will hear from that platform that will say, yeah, this is unbiased or this is the truth. Bro, it's been 3 or 4 years now, bro. Now, again, maybe I'm biased because me and, you know, like this platform has had our run-in. I let bygones be bygones. There was point in time, where, for making videos about Umar Johnson, like my job was called, bro. Right? But like that was like 4 or 5 years ago for me, bro. Like I had like
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap the video right there, man. I don't really know if that was crashing out. I think that was just them being childish and petty. And I feel like he making up shit, honestly. Because if her coochie had tilapia and squid and octopus and sharks, you would have got up out of there. So I don't know. I don't think that's true. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all want to react to some more Dr. Umar news or whatever, y'all can let me know. Give me the 600 subs, man. We out.